Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. Those are my dogs upstairs. If you can hear that, I assume you can, because it's coming through on Streamlabs. But today in Kerbal Space Program, we are going to be flying our Orlander. We're going to be doing a test flight of our Orlander. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Last stream, our off-scheduled stream yesterday, I put together the launch vehicle for the Orlander, and today we're going to go fly it, and I don't think us actually flying this mission is going to take more than about 30-40 minutes. So we're going to play some Team Fortress 2 afterwards. We're going to play some MVM, which is nice. So how is everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is doing well. I worked today, which is a bit weird because normally I don't work Tuesdays. I am good. I am doing good. I worked today, which was fine, 11 to 3 on a Tuesday, which I normally don't work on Tuesdays, but I can't work on Saturday because that's Christmas Eve, so might as well work today. I found myself a brand new music background playlist. I'll link that up just in case if you want it. There you go. So let's see how this is. I'm liking it already. But so my day was pretty good otherwise. I still have to work tomorrow, although that's my shortest day, only about 12, 1 to about 5 or 6, you know. And then the day after that is Christmas Eve, and then it's Christmas, and then I work again next Tuesday, but that's fine. But I've been rather nice otherwise. We put together this in the last stream, this massive vehicle, and I just want to go ahead and launch this thing. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I know it works. I know it should be able to get us out to the Mun. So let's just go ahead and do it, right? So we're gonna call this Wanderer Flight Test 2, because we already did Flight Test 1, which was our lander. Now Flight Test 2. This should be the last real flight test before we go ahead and actually begin work on the rest of the components, right? I think we still need a plane for Lathe, a rather small plane. And we, actually, I'll set this to a different launch pad. We still need a small plane for Lathe, and we also need, obviously, like a crew section and a massive, a Nervatug, and actually put it together, the actual self-sustaining ship together. And then we should be able to we should be off and going with that project, hopefully for the new year. Although, I don't know. As I said, I want to get this project done before KSP2 comes out. So let's see. Where are launch pads? There we go. We want to do this on, let's select 39A. That is launch site. Launch pad. And we are going to fly. Very nice. How's the audio, by the way? Is the audio good? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? I see Foomer no mic. What the heck is that? Hold up. I'm saving an image in Foomer no mic for my own purposes. I'm okay. Banger and a Roostuk moment. Anyways, why are we wobbling? Wait, no we're not. Okay, so let me take a sip of my lemonade, and then we can go ahead and we can actually launch this thing. Let me just take a sip. I have a massive jug of lemonade, and I have a straw next to me. I have like, how much is this? Like a gallon of lemonade? And then I just open the top and I put the straw in, I just take a sip out of it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna launch this thing. So this is Kerbal launch control. This is Kerbal launch control at T minus. Hold up, let me just get a timer out. This is Kerbal launch control at T minus 1 minute and holding until the launch of Project Wanderer flight test number 2. Testing out the ore lander around the Mun. Everything looks good so far. Weather, no weather issues, no vehicle issues. And we are go for a resume the count on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark, T minus 1 minute and counting until the launch of Project Wanderer flight test number 2. Next step in the countdown should be the transfer to internal power. That should come up in about 45 seconds. And we have a go for transfer to internal power. The next step in the count is the activation of the onboard flight computers. The launch vehicle's flight computers will have control over all the vehicle's critical functions, coming up in about 5 seconds. Onboard computers now have control over all the vehicle's critical functions. The next step in the count is at T minus 15 seconds when the sound suppression system will be armed. Sound suppression is armed. Sound suppression is armed. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. We have a go for manage at start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Booster ignition and liftoff of Project Wanderer Flight Test 2. Running the roll program to put the vehicle on the proper heading. Houston now controlling the flight. Bridge program. Next step will be the throttle back of the launch vehicle's main engines to allow the vehicle to pass through a period of maximum dynamic pressure, also known as max Q. We have throttle back. 2.5 kilometers in altitude, moving about 150 meters per second now. About to pass through max Q. Now the engines will pass through max Q now. The engines are now throttling up to 100% of rated performance. Next step in the flight will be burnout and jettison of solid rocket boosters. Kilometers in altitude, moving at about 450 meters per second. Everything looking good so far. Coming up on SRB burnout and jettison. SRB flameout. Booster officer reports a good SRB jettison. Guidance is converged on all computers. The first stage is now... the engines on the first stage are now swiveling to point the vehicle in its proper position for core stage engine cutoff. Core stage should get us most of the way into orbit today. Getting the throttle back to reduce G loads on the vehicle. Now 32 kilometers in altitude, moving at about 790 meters per second. Everything's still good at this time. Get some screenshots. Trajectory flattening out. Apoapsis is still not over 70 kilometers at this point. Trying to push the periapsis up more than apoapsis. Roll up just in case. Right, over 70 kilometers now for apoapsis. We should be good. I'm gonna lock on to prograde. With throttle back. Nice smooth ride into orbit today. Now 64 kilometers in altitude, moving at about 1,900 meters per second. Up on core stage engine cutoff. And we have core stage engine cutoff, fairing deploy. Looks good on the fairing, and 100 by negative 500 meters per second. Excellent, and we still have enough fuel to get the core stage into orbit. Oh, that's a nice orbit right there. That's a nice trajectory. This thing is surprisingly good. Inclination's a bit off, though. Oh well, we can fix that. We're heading out to the moon anyways. It doesn't really matter. Right, everything's good. I don't want to, one thing that I actually learned is, time warping is fine, but physics warping is, a bit, for whatever reason, the, sorry, I got distracted by something on Discord. The normal time warp is fine, but physics warp causes a memory leak, and your game really does not like that, so... See if we can use some of the RCS we have on this, just ever so slightly, to orient ourselves. Still 2 minutes until apoapsis. Alright. I could probably stream a little bit extra longer tonight, once we get into TF2, because, I don't have to be at work tomorrow, until later in the day, until like noon. Okay. Oh, this playlist, it's a different playlist, but it just has more songs. It's neat. Short line, I probably won't be super active because my connection is having a seizure right now. That's fine, I'm just glad you're here, Star. Yeah, we're doing the flight test for my Orlander that I've been working on, but that's not going to take very long. So I'm going to do a TF2 stream in a bit. So Glad you can make it, though. Okay. See how well of an orbit we make it in. And 108 by 98. Okay, that's fine. Now we go ahead and the core stage separates. Where are those? There we go. And the second... That not... Oh, we just have to pull free of the... Oh, there we go. How are you doing today, Star, otherwise? Besides your shitty connection. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we are in a stable orbit. Now I just need to actually, I want to adjust this. Get us into a proper, like a proper 100 by 100, super stable, perfect orbit. I do have to be very careful. Tired as the dead right now, even though I just took a nap. Well, that sucks, but I know the feeling. I try and force myself to, even when I'm tired, this is a bad habit of mine, but even when I'm tired, I try and force myself to do things. I'm not forcing myself to stream right now. I'm pretty awake right now. I don't know, maybe it's because I had a good lunch. I went into work, I worked today, even though I normally don't work Thursdays, but I can't work Saturday because it's Christmas Eve. So I worked today, and I had to get up early, work till 11 to 3, but I had a good lunch, which is great. I wanted to go to that bento place, but my dad was with me. So we ended up going to a barbecue place that was like right next door, which was really good too. Let's see, just the inclination. At one point, okay. There's the core stage. That's just gonna be left in orbit. Of course, in real life, the small amount of atmosphere that's still up there would bring it back down, but uncontrollably. It's the only people who leave massive rocket stages up in orbit and don't care where they land are the Chinese. They really don't seem to care if they drop rockets on random towns in the middle of Africa or something like that. Oh shit, I think it was for the, there was a mission. I think one time, it was they were launching one of their space station modules, and the rocket stage almost landed. It was like, if it had been going slightly slower, it would have come down, like, in New York. So, yeah, we don't like that. Kilometers, okay. Now, warp down there, and then we can begin our burn out to the moon. I like this new synthwave playlist. I'll link it up for you, Star, but I'm trying out a new... Oh no, should I click on that? I'll click on that, I'll click on that meme in a bit. Not right now. Oh, shit, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we're gonna have to go around one more time because I wasn't paying attention to my trajectory. I was distracted by the meme you sent me. Oh well. Can't get... Ugh. This rocket is really nice. This performs really well. Yeah, we're just gonna work around one more time. Damn, I really like this playlist. It's really neat. Probably gonna end up doing for Team Fortress 2. We're gonna do MVM, and anyone is free to join TF2, by the way. So like I don't really. If you want to join, just send me a message or something. Like I have in the Discord server, I have a role, so you just go in there and select the TF2 role, and then you can join. 100 by 100, excellent. Okay, that is a perfect orbit. Now we can begin our burn out to the moon, set as target. Add maneuver node. Or set as target, okay. Alright, 800, okay, yeah, we're gonna have plenty of leftover. Fuel leftover. Huh. We're gonna have to warp around a bit, though. We are gonna have to start our burn soon. Can I actually... maneuver node. Docking mode. It's the docking alignment. Okay. Oh well. So yeah, I think in terms of future streaming, tomorrow's Friday, I don't stream on Fridays. I can technically, but I just kind of want to relax on Fridays. Saturday, I'm not going to be able to stream because it's Christmas Eve, and Sunday I'm not going to be able to stream because it's Christmas Eve, but the day after I probably should. The Steam Winter Sale started today, and the only game I was looking into, obviously Slime Rancher 2, right? I think it's like 23 bucks on Steam right now. And maybe Deep Rock Galactic, that's a game a lot of people have recommended to me. It would probably make good stream content, but I don't know, I just have like way too much on my plate in terms of, while doing this project, doing a bunch of modeling projects, drawing projects, video projects. Not to mention, school for me starts in it starts in January. January, I'm gonna have to readjust my schedule a whole bunch, my stream schedule. I'm probably not gonna be able to stream as much. So, about the week between Christmas and New Year's, I kind of want to focus on kind of getting a lot of progress done in the self-sustaining ship here in KSP, and then the video project that I need to get done by a certain time. Okay, so only one meter a second until the burn. Burn is going to last a while, but oh well. Just a lot of time, just not a lot. Well, a lot of things I need to do, and not as much time as I would like. Okay. Start the burn. We are doing our TLI burn, translunar injection burn. One thing that I do have to be wary of is that this is going to be a complete shot in the dark because I don't have any like scanning probes around the mun. Where we land, I'm going to just have to hope that there's enough ore there for me to fill up the tanks. Because the profile of this mission is we're going to go land on the moon, mine for ore, fill our tanks, and then go into lunar orbit again. So that's what we're going to have to do. That's neat. We have our 6 J2 engines on there. One thing that I should also probably do is extend this antenna. Yeah, this thing also has some lights as well. Well, there's only lights on the docking port, but oh well. Radiators I don't really need yet. I don't really know what to talk about now. I kind of just have a list of random things in my head that I like want to talk about during streams, but I've seemingly exhausted them all. I don't know. Oh yeah, I am actually going to be, and I'm going to be taking a trip. I probably talked about this before, but I am going to be taking a trip to Florida in January, right before school starts up again. And I'm going to be taking the auto train down, which is nice. I'm going to see a friend, go to a model train show. I want to go to Cape Canaveral, but I'll have the good thing is I'll have my truck with me, and which is very nice. 20 kilometers. Okay, 800 meters a second left. That should be enough. I'm going to quick save, right? So that's going to be really fun. I kind of want to start saving for that. Part of it is my parents, because, you know, I still live with them and whatnot. They said that they'd be willing to fund a part of it because my mom is going to be down there at the same time, although I'm not going with her. So I'll just kind of have to be smart about how I spend my money down there. Alright, lunar sphere of influence. We are now in lunar orbit. And luckily, we are going to have, luckily for us, we're still in a comm range of Kerbal, right? That's something I actually might have to worry about. I might end up sticking like a small crew tank on here, just so the Kerbal can still pilot it down onto the surface of whatever, you know, whatever we're trying to land on. So I don't have to be in a, if I'm outside of comm range, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we just need to get into a stable orbit around the moon. This isn't the best. It's a very weirdly inclined orbit, but I really do not care. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, we are now in an orbit. It's kind of a weird orbit, but oh well. I'm going to save, right? And we are going to just undock from this thing. So now the craft is free by itself, right? Deploy the landing gear. Now it's just a matter of where we land the thing. I need to activate all of these fuel tanks, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but all the fuel tanks are activated, so the lander is activated now. It's ready to go. But preferably, I'm going to want to land somewhere where I'm actually within a line of sight of Kerbal. Like, we're going around, there's no, like, communication relay out here, so we don't really have coverage. I want to land in a place where we do have coverage, like right here. That's what we're going to do. We're just gonna go ahead and land this thing wherever, basically. Hopefully there's enough ore in that spot where, you know, I can actually go and drill for it. Okay. 3,000 meters a second. 3,700 meters a second. Okay, that should be good enough, but we don't know. Let's begin our deorbit burn. Vessel, well, land. There we go. Let's get the flight engineer up. And as I said, I'm not looking for any specific spot. I'm just seeing where we can land on the moon. Preferably somewhere in the light, right? Okay. So, suicide burn. Suicide burn is in about 5 minutes. 4 minutes, right? Because remember, saving as much fuel with this is key. Because, well, the more fuel that we have left over, basically, the more margins we have on fuel, the better, right? And I don't want to be wasting my fuel for slowing down and then having gravity pull me back in and then having to bleed off all that fuel again. Well, Delta V. Suicide burn is in about a minute. Looks like we're gonna probably come down in an area like that. Hopefully it's flat-ish. Look, you can see our shadow down there. Nice. Okay. 14 seconds. 10 seconds. Begin the burn. Let's switch to our altimeter, our ground altimeter, instead of the sea level. That shows our actual altitude relative to the surface. Okay. That's neat. That would make a neat wallpaper. Okay. Right now, you see that little red dot? That's our landing marker, right? Okay, there we go. Not quite a suicide burn. We're still 4 kilometers up. But oh well. Suicide burn. A good suicide burn would be us trying to basically we'd cut out all our velocity, maybe like 10, I don't know, 100 meters above the surface, right? Okay, we are coming down now. They'll have a little bit of lateral speed, although not much to matter. Okay. Okay, 9 meters a second. We're about to land. 3 slipping a little. Okay, drop down some more. $20 meters above the surface. Touchdown. Excellent. Okay. We've landed. Oh my gosh. Okay, now it's time to extend these radiators. That looks utterly ridiculous, but oh well. Now it's time to deploy the drill, right? We have 4 drills on this thing. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and start harvesting these. Hopefully we drop down an area with ore. There is ore. Excellent. Okay. Now we just... yeah. That looks really cool. I like the look of that. Okay. Now I think... let's see how much ore we actually get. See our delta V numbers dropping a whole bunch. As long as that's above like 700, we should be good. Days and I think it takes about 16 or so days to fill up all the ore tanks. 16? No, it takes longer than that. It takes about 25 days. Okay, that's good. We still have 1,600 left to go. That is a lot. We could, in theory, put 2 more ore tanks on this thing. That is excellent. Okay, so we got that, and now it's mostly just, well, getting the thing back into orbit. I probably should retract the radiators, right? Yeah, we can actually load this up with a lot more fuel. This is full. I can put more ore tanks on this thing. I don't know how much more, but probably get away with adding just like maybe some of the smaller tanks we can add. Get away with adding. I don't know, let's see how much we have left once we actually make it into orbit, right? I'm gonna, for the sake of, I'm just gonna say a 50-kilometer orbit, right? Kilometers, okay. Yeah, we can add probably a little bit more of the ore tanks, or smaller ore tanks basically as well to this to kind of supplement it. And I also want to add a crew thing as well, just so we can pilot this thing even when we have no communication. Or would we want to do that? I kind of like the margins that we have now. Does that mean we can, in theory, land again with this thing if we really wanted to? Alright, well, this works. Alright, everybody. Okay, that's pretty much it for the KSP segment of the stream. I think we're going to switch to Team Fortress 2. So let me just be right back. And yeah, I'll be right back while we switch to TF2.